Welcome to another glorious day and moment for us to share together. This is your today's urgency meeting about resilience. Only asking you for 500 seconds of your time to consider a different perspective on resilience. How do we get there? How do we already have it? How do we protect it? How do we maintain it? How do we share it? This topic today, it may not change your entire life, but I will guarantee you this. Listening to this episode today will definitely change your perspective on this present moment. The topic for today is called Falling a Love. Falling a Love. Love. Not falling in love, falling a love. Meaning, I submit to you the proposition that there's no more into or out of. Not falling into love or out of love with anyone, including yourself. We'll get to that later. No more wistfulness or wishing for it. Love, falls into you. Like, kind of, sort of, a waterfall, if you can imagine that. A falling a love, if you will. Falling upon you. I kind of just made that up though. I'm not sure if falling a love is even a proper word, but I made that word in this statement. But I hope the inference comes across to you in this audio and in my verbal description of what I mean by, instead of falling in love, falling a love. I mentioned this also in a previous episode, that almost like when you say or have as a tradition mentioned, experienced, thought about falling in love or falling out of love. I kind of mentioned that in the underlying mini-series of the 820 podcast, the meaning of love conversations. But the love and it falling upon you, not meant to mean from out there or above you. Even with that analysis of falling a love, it's falling means a replenishing of your already available love that flows through you and pushes you forward on your journey and quest. And you get that from all that you sense from around you, yes, but also from within you. Remember, what you see outside of you is merely a reflection, a mosaic, partial image of you. That's on your journey, not mine. What's on my journey is not yours either. Those aspects of my journey, your journey, can be similar, but nothing exact or a complete copy. So in that vein, falling a love does meld well with the introduction of the book, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence, Process Models for Life. One of the key phrases and definitions about resilience is this: learn to fall and fall to learn. So that falling a love thing is not too far from my original intention of the book. Even though my re-education on love is fairly new, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 months in development. Hey, I admit it. I am a slow student. But consider this amendment to that statement in the book. Fall into love and love into the fall. To make that statement hopefully a bit more clear, where I said you don't fall into love or out of love, but you can fall into the love and love into the fall, meaning that love is the consistent continuum that already exists. So to fall into or out of anything, or fall into learning the love, that part is already there. That foundation, that substance, that inspiration, that source of you making you, me making me, was created way before either of us existed here. So that love that I mentioned before in previous podcasts is that lifeblood. Before that physical thing that we can see if we cut ourselves, what prompted that love to flow? What prompted that blood to flow through us? That spark of energy that was our creation. We didn't create that. It was given to us. And that spark of love that made us appear here, we didn't bring that forward. It was given to us to be here. So that love, that essence that we can produce from, but can never claim that we created it. We have taken whatever we produce, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, we're taking that essence and making something out of it. From what? What we know of or finding out about our purpose, our message, why we're here. Maybe not so much how we got here. We can debate that part. But hopefully, as we are discussing this today, we can agree that we are here. We are sharing. We're experiencing something called life. And hopefully, experiencing something called love that we can share because it was given to all of us freely. We only got to pay the price for the grace that we still have it. But peeling back, what do we do with it to honor that grace? I'm hoping that when I said in the book, learning to fall and falling to learn, I probably should clear that up. It's learning the fall into the love within you and falling into the love as you learn. Maybe I should work on that. Probably not still crystal clear even for myself, but hopefully it makes sense to you. Anyway, I hope it adds some gravity to resilience, the philosophy, the practice, and for me, the patience. Thank you so much. Stay current. And remember, what time it is, it's always 8:20.